Morning, guys. We are pulling up to an accident for the local sheriff's department. It's supposed to be at this intersection, which is FM 521 and 523. Said they were at the bridge, which I'm assuming is the little bridge to the left, and it is. Pretty light on details on this one. I know we're picking up a gray Ram pickup, but I don't know too much else about it. I don't know if it's a multi-vehicle accident or any injuries or anything like that. So if you would, keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. Pulling up right now, so we'll find out. Assuming it's in front of this unit here on the left side, since it's kind of on the oncoming lane there. Everybody's standing there staring off the side of the bridge, which generally not a very good sign. We're gonna pull up over here and stage out of the way so we can see what we got. I don't like how y'all are staring off the side of the bridge like that.
It's got keys in it and ain't nothing flat. And it's four-wheel drive.
How? You come from way over there or what?
What happened is the tornado.
Over there is where he yeed, and that's where he hauled.
God dang.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna walk down here real quick.
Don't slip.
Yes. Yeah. Oh boy. Right? At least there's concrete here. Boy. Now the question is, will it drive out? Can it drive out? I don't know. It's on a big tree. It driving out is going to be questionable. This side. Axle, looks like tie rod is sitting on top of the tree. It is a 2500 diesel, which means if nothing else, it has a shift lock release. It is four-wheel drive. Really don't want to drive this thing all the way back like this. This is really steep. Was it running when y'all got here? Did y'all kill it or?
Yeah, no, it was running.
Was it running? Okay. I'm gonna see, I just want to see what kind of access I had if I tried to drive it, like how, if this was gonna be, right? Well, right?
I don't know if you can go,
It's kind of.
If you go underneath,
Mm,
there's a dirt road on the other side.
there is a road over there, huh? That's an idea. Depending on what kind of ground we got over here. That's an option. It's solid. Yeah, it's solid all the way around to here. I don't want to get my wrecker down here, but if I had to drive it out, I like this a whole lot better than that steep angle there. Yeah, I'll probably try to drive it out this way if it'll drive. He wasn't like bleeding or anything, was he?
Huh?
Was he like bleeding or anything? Like, do I need to get gloves before I try to?
Not that we know of.
Okay. I'm probably gonna grab my gloves and stuff before I get in that thing.
Better take the car.
Yeah. Alright, so they said it was running when they got in it. Doesn't really look like he tried to back up. Come on. Not gonna start. Key fob not detected. Okay. I have to do it the hard way. Turn on my alley lights, rear lights here. It's pretty close to the angle that I want. Gonna take quite a bit of rigging. Trying to get this thing out once we get it up. I don't know if I'm going to try to go along the guardrail or position myself to winch it down, or what the plan is. I don't know how much I trust that ground right there on the other side. It's going to take quite a bit of rigging to get down there. I'm just going to go ahead and clip this in and start walking. There's the first length. This ought to get us pretty close. Really don't need that 20-footer there. I can probably get by with doubling that. Got lucky here, he doesn't have a hitch or anything. Now this is also way the wrong size, but this will work for what we got because I don't have the adapter with me. Double this through here. Let's see if this is long enough. What's going on up there? This one here might actually end up being about right. It's pretty close. All right. Get everything snugged up. I'm gonna snug this up and see how my angles look. Hey, will y'all's spotlight reach down here? Perfect. That helps. So I'd like to be able to see as much as I can. Now these trucks luckily have a shift lock release. You pop this cover back. There's this little red or white tab here. So I can click down. Let's see how this thing comes off this tree. Which isn't gonna reach this far. Go. It's coming off the tree. Hear it popping and creaking down there. There it goes. This angle is not letting me keep connection with my winch. No, this video doesn't do it justice of how steep of an angle we're pulling at here. Check the steering, because I know it was turned just a little bit. Now that we're off that tree, I want to see what kind of steering ability I got. Because I want it to be coming up more like that. I really want to hear the radiator gurgling. I really don't want to get below that thing to see what the front end looks like. Take this thing off my hip. Please don't slide down like that. I'm going to hold my remote above my head so it reaches. See how much cable I got out now. So now I'm about to have to be close is coming over the guardrail there. That's about as far as I can suck in. So we're gonna see if this thing will stay put. If I just put it in park. Park and brake. Appears. Appears to be holding. We got enough cable to reach this next length of strap. Just right here. Soft shackle out. Put that in there. Put this thing back into neutral because we don't want the tires sliding. Ease off the brakes. It's holding. Get my wheel chock, so we'll be needing it again. Oh, park and brake. Turn our wheels back this way. You can't see it, but that tree stopped him from going into a fairly deep little creek. He's got lucky that was there. Come on. You're so far down this embankment, the winch does not want to read. Come on. Really hoping this thing would crank and run. Whereas I get to this point, I could drive it out. But now that is definitely not going to happen. Coming to this little dip now, which is the part that I'm kind of sort of somewhat nervous about, because that grass is slick. It's not going to have as much traction as the concrete's got. I want to start turning this thing, if it will. It keeps wanting to turn opposite of the direction I want it to go. We're just about out of room here. All right, let's try park one more time here. Yeah. I'm gonna chalk the front since it's on the concrete still. Back to park. Going to cut it loose right here. Don't know if I will have enough winch cable to run it all the way. I know if I go to this next strap, I'll have enough room. Be able to do this. Just gonna toss this up here for now. Re-engage. Really nice if this thing would start and run at this point. Starting to get on this post pretty good. This is the point where really I need to start rigging further down. Positioned myself further down here. I ran all my cable out. See, should barely be able to reach. This point, going to continue trying to get it worked down the rail now as far as I can. At this point, I want the rear end to slide maybe just a little bit. Watch how this post comes up here. I don't need all this extra rigging. Don't like how it's coming by this post. There we go. I don't want to be on the downhill side of the cable. Leaving it in park little bits, try to slide the rear end down, but I really don't like how that's looking. I've got enough pressure on it. Go ahead and throw it back into park, or into neutral rather. Try to get the wheel turned more this way, as much as that crumpled up bumper will allow. I still got the parking brake on. The further we get down, the less angle there is. Slowly coming away from these posts. We're above it there. It's turning away just how I want it. It's slightly sliding downhill, which is kind of what I want. Sure, I'm going to get plenty of comments. Well, if you just had a rotator. We don't have a rotator. Nobody down here has a rotator, nor is a rotator needed. It's doing exactly what I'm wanting at this point in time. I'm going to rig down one more time here. Might see how much rigging it takes to get down there. Alright, it's holding. Steep of an angle it is and how wet it is. I'm not going to risk driving my truck down there. Alright, so we got position further down. I'm now dragging it little by little. So that gravity kind of takes it away from the guardrail. Let's see how much more room I got before I run out of cable here. Got plenty more room. I think I'm on that pretty hard. Jump. Right off. Like that at all. There we go. Running right down the guardrail like I want it. I'm just about to the point where I can get on the other side of this guardrail now. Just making sure I'm not on any of this stuff too hard. And jump this. Jump this post. Slowly sliding, staying away from that guardrail. I really want this to go in more. You can see how well it's sliding away from the posts. Not really any pressure on the posts. So it's one of those things where you gotta kind of use gravity. About got it there. Get my rigging off. And I'm going to reposition on the other side of the bridge here, which should be my final winch point. Alright, so I am on this side of the guardrail now. Because of the angle that I'm at, I'm going to put my spades on my wheel lift to help anchor myself. Not really because I'm worried about me sliding towards it, but I'm more worried about it sliding me downhill. So I'm going to dig my spades into the ground there. Tighten up my rigging. Alright. So what I had to do here, so I was still just a little bit too far on my rigging. I had to put one of my chains into the mix. I really don't like mixing nylons and chains, but it's kind of a necessary evil at this point. I have as much cable out as I have. All my straps. I am going to attempt to steer this thing over now a little bit. Which way I need to go? Driver. Leave it about like that for now. I will need parking brake released. Step over here. So we've got my wheels turned all the way to the passenger side almost. I don't like how easy it's rolling, so I'm going to feather the parking brake. Not enough to lock it up, but not enough to just enough to kind of keep it from wanting to roll. Wheels coming straight, which is how I want it. I'm gonna try to get it straight here if I can. The truck's about straight with the guardrail. Seat belt still works, so I'm assuming he probably didn't have it on. See if I have enough range with this to make it tighten up. Nope. One more loop if I can. And we'll hold the steering wheel straight so that it can't turn on us. Nice and easy now. Give it 10 feet or so before I've got to start cutting my chains out. Still got a good amount of cable left to go in there. Closer to the truck here so I can stop it when I need to stop it, because sometimes this thing doesn't like to read my inputs when I'm that far out. Alright, got it. Chain out. Truck's back in neutral. Another short little pull. I gotta get this long 30-foot strap out. I gotta get this cable in as far as I can so I have enough reach to get back to this next 20-foot strap. All right, got my cable hooked directly to the truck now, so I can bring it all the way back. Once I get the truck back here, then I can position myself a little better because I'm real close to this post. I didn't want to get too far off in the ditch, so I tried to stay as much on the road as I could. We've had a bunch of rain recently. I did not want to get any too far off the road. We've just about got this thing beat here. So those spades are coming in handy. Being able to dig those things in. I had those custom made by my dad. And this Zips side puller attachment is real nice for stuff like this. Winch with the bed in the locks, and from a higher angle. Would have been a lot harder to do this. So now I'm starting to get a lot of pull up on the truck, so I'm going to go ahead and put her in park. Get all this stuff broke down here. Reposition so I can load it. All right, I'll lay the bed down here. One last final pull. I probably could have gotten a little closer back to it. I was trying not to get my bed down at too much of an angle because I know you can't really see it, but this is still really, really steep right here. Pretty much know at some point I'm gonna have to kind of slide this thing around to position it because the steering is not super cooperative. It's strapped right now anyways. I'd like it to remain straight if I can. About all the cable I'm gonna get. Go to the frame. So how wide these things are. Now we're gonna change the direction of our pull the old-fashioned way, the snatch block, instead of the side puller, which this is how you would pretty much do what we were doing before with the side puller, but let's see, Cable snugged up. So now, well, you can see with the glare, the cable has a little slight bend. The winch line is still going straight at the winch, which is what we want, so it spools nice. Neutral one more time. Bring it on in. Hopefully it wants to transition up over that. Doesn't want to just drag down the edge there. Might have to re-rig here in just a minute to get it to slide up that. So I'm thinking we're not gonna make it how I wanted it. It's a little bit further over than I was really hoping. Come to my manual controls. Try to get a little bit less drop out of that. As long as it rolls up, that will be good. Around it or over it, but I'm gonna go over it. I'm going to throw this back into park. And with my snatch block being there, the rear end should slide over. Got the front end is locked up a little bit too there because of the four-wheel drive. Give it a hold. Get the snatch block out now. Now need it back into neutral. So everything rolls. Front end should come up there. Slide. I'm gonna take some angle out of my bed now that I have the truck mostly loaded, just so I bring some more weight down. There we go. Beautiful. Level my bed out now. Little bit further over on the front end than I would really like, but I can fix that. Give myself a little extra slack there. Park. Stay rolled in. I'll show you how to fix that. If you watched some of my videos in the past, you might know what I'm fixing to do. We got a diesel loaded backwards. Bring the bed in as far as I can before I tilt down. got it in park, so I know they got that tree pretty good. Grab my chain. My wheel chopped in. I'm sure somebody's gonna ask about that. I did get it out from under the truck. It's been, you might have seen it riding on the back of the truck as I came up the embankment with it. So if you notice how much gap there is there and there, a lot further to the left side of the truck. And to more evenly distribute the weight, grab it. Might have to use a different chain on this one. These trucks have a whole bunch of crap welded onto the axle. So what I'm gonna do, as I can from there, that side of the truck to that side of the bed, of my bed. We're gonna winch in, which should slide all the way over. We got plenty of room there. As far as I can come in. You're gonna call that pretty good. Now, I'll try and get my other chain hooked up here. Wherever I can. Right here on that side of the pumpkin. Took a bunch of dirt on me. Really don't like the angle that it's chained at, but it will do the job for now. Wrap up some of my slack. Chains tight, straps in the front. Of course, that would be there. Strap on the other side there. See if the officer has any paperwork for us, and we will be ready to head towards the yard.
Good?
I'm good.
Alright, we're good.
Finally got that thing loaded. Sorry it took me so long.
Oh, you're good, man.
Any paperwork or anything?
No, we're good.
Sign? Tempo? Uh-huh. Alright, we're back here at Central Yard. My guardian angel's turned on so y'all can see what I'm doing. Undo these straps. The truck is actually stolen. The driver took off on foot before the deputies got there. So he got away. Oh, you can see he caved in the front of this thing pretty good. I'll try to get some daytime footage of that area. That's I don't know if I mentioned it while I was out there, but that bridge is actually goes over a fairly good-sized little creek. That tree was about the only thing that stopped him from going off into the water. I don't know if they intentionally tried to ditch the truck or what. He just fell asleep or what the exact story was of how he ended up where he ended up. He was that close to going off into the water. So I can go ahead and release the parking brake now, so it'll want to roll off a lot easier for us. You can see now how hard he caught that tree. He laid the whole thing over. I don't know how fast he hit it, but he hit it pretty good. Remember, this thing's off the end of the bed. I'll show you kind of a little better now that it's on ground level. See, he got the tree the whole length of it. So that tree was upright, and then he laid it almost all the way flat through there. So he got lucky he hit the size tree that he hit, because that almost did not work out very well for him. He was pretty close to going off in that little creek. Bend out a little bit here. Give myself a little bit of room to slide under this thing. Trucks have so much crap welded to the axles on these. The rear axles at least have this little area that kind of steps down right before it goes to the hub. Has a nice clean spot to get to the axle without getting a brake line or being up on one of them brackets that are welded onto it. Thing rolls up here. Get all my stuff put up. finish putting everything in here and then be ready for whatever comes next. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, please subscribe, like, and share.